Hey everyone, Meg Loves Games here, and I got a request from Jelly0599 to do a house in a forest type thing. So, first thing that came to mind was log cabin. Now, I think these things are pretty cool. This one, I kind of went with a traditional thing, as you'll probably see from your subscriptions box, or if you just search up my channel or see my channel, you'll see this is two parts. The first one is the traditional log cabin type thing. Second one, I've kind of gone to town with a bit more of a modern shape. I really like that one. I'm not too keen on this one. I've really not been very good at kind of traditional shapes. But I gave it a try anyway. I like what I've done with the roof. I think that looks very good. Here I'm just like changing the wood for the deck because I wanted it to match the stairs. And the front porch of a log cabin always has that kind of dark kind of wood going on. Just adding in fence. I decided to move those columns because they looked stupid in the placement that they were, and they still kind of do. I wanted to use those columns because they were looked the most log cabin-y, but they didn't quite fit with what I wanted to do. And then I started work on the roof. I decided that I wanted to do like a change in the angle of the roof, like from the porch to the actual main house, and the only way I could end up doing that was by using the constrained floor elevation sheet. Just had to level out the floor to like a foundation height, then try adding the roof in. The pattern on the roof glitched out a little bit. Fixed it later on, obviously. I just added wallpaper over it. I decided to take it up a little bit higher, that room, and then we got this perfect shape here. Darkened it up a bit in the roof patterns, and then I add in the wood. I love that log stuff. You see me use it on my second speed build, which was family friendly. I used that on the accent bit. I do like that wallpaper. I think it's a great wall covering. It's really quite fun as well. Now I'm just adding wallpaper in, really boring stuff. Single doors, there isn't any. And I wanted one that had like a small window in it, so I had to kind of change this one from like metal to wood. I wish there was more choice in terms of like single square doors for like front doors on Sims 3. I'm not overly keen on most of the ones that they've got on the game. I love these windows though. They were really cute, and they were shutters, and I thought that was pretty cool, considering that it's like a traditional old log cabin. I thought it was pretty fun. Now, I did go a bit modern on here. I thought the person living in here is probably gonna like want some nice light in there, so I added some huge windows in this back area, and it worked kind of well. I actually think it adds a lot of difference, and like it adds something to this log cabin that made it a little less boring, which from the front it can seem. So yeah, I'm just changing that strip under the floor. Don't know why they have that there. It annoys me so much, but anyway. See, I added in these big windows now. I really liked that, actually. I thought it was really, really quite cool. And my sisters just talked, and I'm going to have to kill them for it in a sec. But for now, I will not tell them to, unless they got the hint. Just working out the layout in the house. And this one only managed to fit in one bedroom. As you can see, the house itself is pretty small. The lot is actually quite a decent size, but I wanted to add a lot of big trees to it. So the area I had to play around with in terms of the actual house was a lot smaller. The kitchen's pretty simple. I probably should have used a more traditional country style counter. That's probably my only thing that I think is really wrong about the living area kitchen. I like the open plan idea. I think that a log cabin would be quite open, because it's made out of logs and stuff. That was a really stupid comment. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm really sorry. There's a lot of wood going on in this place. I use a lot of wood and also a lot of a certain type of pattern, which you will come across very soon when I add in curtains. But it took me forever to get this fridge sorted out, because when I put in the pattern on the fridge, the grain of the wood had inverted, so I had to go in and change it all. And that's one of the things I hate about creative style, is how sometimes the patterns don't look right when you're trying to match things up, because they invert. Here you see this crazy pattern that I kind of like. Yeah, there it is. I use this way too much, and you'll actually see it in part 2 as well, because I kept it in my second house just a little bit, just keep it going. There were 2 little nuances that I kind of put in the second part to kind of keep it together and kind of cool. Here I'm just adding in walls and floors. It's nothing too interesting. The wallpaper is a kind of yellowish colour, which makes a change from what I normally do. I thought it was quite warm and friendly, and I added that wood round the bottom. It looked more like a log cabin. Probably would be logs inside, but I'm guessing from the back that it would be kind of refurbished. So yeah, with this bedroom it was pretty tight for space, so I ended up using dressing tables as end tables. Not dressing tables, dressers as end tables. So you see the alarm clock on the top of that. It was the only way I could really fit in like a chest of drawers. This living room was kind of cramped for space as well. I wanted to fit a desk in too, which made it kind of awkward. I added that pattern in too much in this house, won't lie. Pretty much the house done now. I'm just kind of working on the outdoors. Added that truck in. I really like that truck. I think it really suits the kind of forest atmosphere. Moved the stuff, the mailbox and the rubbish bin. Added those little benches, cause you know on telly when you see log cabins, you see someone sitting out there on a porch, on a bench, and it's just kind of brought it all together for me. So I added in some dry grass here in the terrain painting. Added a couple lights in because I thought I'd just kind of lighten it up at the outside here because it was really rather dark. Added in a fire pit. I thought that was probably the most like fitting outdoor gear that I could find in my in the Biome catalogue. And here's the house done. A couple pictures. Finally added pictures to the end of my things. I've noticed they end really, really abruptly, so I thought I'd add in a couple pictures. I'm not very good at taking photos, so do apologise. Just run you through all the rooms individually. It's hard to shoot things like bathrooms because they are tiny. But I hope you like this, and thank you for watching.